The One Above All stands as the ultimate creative force in existence, the supreme being responsible for everything that has ever been, is, and will be. As the source of all creation, this entity possesses power beyond comprehension, surpassing every cosmic force, abstract concept, and being within the Marvel multiverse. Its unmatched power makes it the paramount authority, holding dominion over all reality. The One Above All is defined by its omnipotence, omnipresence, and omniscience. It transcends even the mighty living tribunal, who itself wields unimaginable power as the multiverse's cosmic judge. The One Above All exists in the House of Ideas, a metaphysical space representing the birthplace of all Marvel stories, a reflection of the writer's influence over the fictional universe. Love and creation are its driving forces, shaping the cosmos with compassion and purpose. However, this supreme force carries a dual nature. As the One Above All creates, it also manifests as the One Below All, the embodiment of destruction, chaos, and entropy. This destructive side exists to break down creation, serving as a counterweight that maintains balance. Yet this cycle of destruction ultimately fuels new creation, reinforcing the One Above All's endless cycle of renewal. Despite its unmatched power, the One Above All isn't entirely invulnerable. Multiversal imbalance can disrupt its influence, and in one instance, Thanos, manipulated by his future self, managed to absorb the One Above All using the powerful astral regulator. This rare feat exposed the entity's vulnerability when faced with distorted cosmic forces. Additionally, the One Above All's role as the ultimate benevolent force limits its actions, unable to act with malice or directly destroy what it has created. Throughout Marvel's history, the One Above All has revealed itself sparingly, often appearing as a mysterious guide. It once appeared before the Fantastic Four, commending their resilience and promising new wonders. In another heartfelt moment, the entity encouraged Peter Parker, guiding him through despair and urging him to keep faith in times of hardship. These rare appearances emphasize its role as a distant yet compassionate guardian, steering the universe with subtle wisdom. The One Above All's influence is felt across the Marvel cosmos. The Living Tribunal serves as its chosen enforcer, upholding balance and ensuring that no force threatens the multiverse's stability. Entities like Eternity and Infinity also acknowledge its supremacy, recognizing the One Above All as the cosmic force that shapes existence itself. Ultimately, the One Above All represents more than just power. It embodies the heart of Marvel's storytelling, creation, love, and hope. Its presence reinforces that even in a universe filled with cosmic horrors and devastating threats, a greater force watches over, ensuring that every fall leads to a new beginning. The Beyonder is an immensely powerful, infinite-dimensional entity originating from the mysterious Beyond Realm, a dimension completely separate from the known multiverse. His existence began when Owen Reese, a lab technician, accidentally accessed the Beyond Realm, releasing a surge of energy that not only granted Reese immense power, but also gave the Beyonder sentience. In his first major appearance, the Beyonder famously created Battleworld, a patchwork planet constructed from fragments of various worlds. He abducted Earth's greatest superheroes and supervillains, forcing them to wage war against one another. This event, known as Secret Wars, was orchestrated by the Beyonder as a twisted experiment to observe the eternal conflict between good and evil. The Beyonder's abilities are staggering. With power levels that defy cosmic norms, he possesses near-limitless control over reality, matter, and energy. His feats include effortlessly erasing universes, warping existence, and even temporarily destroying and recreating abstract entities like death itself, a testament to his godlike strength. Despite his overwhelming power, the Beyonder has faced several significant defeats. One of his most notable battles came against the powerful, yet underestimated Molecule Man, who managed to absorb and redirect the Beyonder's energy, ultimately emerging victorious and stripping the Beyonder of his abilities. The Beyonder also faced Dr. Doom, who, through cunning and manipulation, temporarily stole the Beyonder's powers. Although the Beyonder would later reclaim his abilities, this battle exposed his vulnerability to those capable of exploiting his overconfidence. In another major confrontation, the Beyonder battled Cosmos, a powerful cosmic entity formed from a fragment of his own power. Cosmos overwhelmed him, absorbing his energy and reducing him to a weakened state. Perhaps most notably, the Living Tribunal, Marvel's supreme cosmic judge tasked with maintaining multiversal balance, intervened and successfully limited the Beyonder's actions, one of the few entities to truly overpower him. Additionally, powerful forces such as Galactus, Eternity, and the Celestials have also stood in opposition to the Beyonder, proving that even his vast power isn't invincible. The Beyonder's character has evolved across various storylines. Earlier interpretations depicted him as nearly omnipotent, while later retcons adjusted his abilities to a more manageable level. One major retcon revealed that the Beyonder was actually a child unit of the race known as the Beyonders, powerful beings existing outside the multiverse itself. This revelation redefined his power scale, placing him among the most potent cosmic entities, yet still beneath beings like the Living Tribunal and Eternity. Despite his fluctuating power levels and shifting backstory, the Beyonder remains one of the most enigmatic and formidable figures in the Marvel Universe, a cosmic force capable of reshaping reality itself, yet vulnerable to clever manipulation and unexpected opposition. Owen Reese, better known as the Molecule Man, was an ordinary laboratory technician until a freak accident transformed him into one of the most powerful beings in the Marvel Universe. His powers originated from exposure to an unknown form of radiation emitted by a particle generator, which was directly linked to the dimension of the Beyonders. This radiation had a mutagenic effect on Reese, granting him the ability to manipulate matter and energy at a molecular level. Initially, his powers were restrained by his own self-doubt and mental blocks, limiting him from affecting organic molecules. However, as Reese's understanding of his powers evolved, he overcame these mental barriers, unlocking his full potential. The Molecule Man's abilities proved to be vast and incredibly versatile. He could manipulate molecules to reshape objects, generate force fields, project energy blasts, and even travel through hyperspace. For some time, Reese believed he needed a steel rod to control his powers, but he eventually mastered them without any external tool. Unbeknownst to him for much of his life, the Molecule Man's abilities were more than just personal power. They were linked to the Beyonders themselves. The Beyonders had created Reese as a multiversal demolition tool, a being capable of dismantling entire realities at their command. This connection allowed him to tap into their unimaginable energy, making him a cosmic force far greater than most realized. Throughout his tumultuous history, the Molecule Man became a key figure in several major Marvel events, including the Secret Wars, Secret Invasion, and the incursions that threatened the very fabric of the multiverse. He clashed with numerous powerful adversaries, including the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and Doctor Doom. One of his most infamous battles occurred on Battleworld, the patchwork planet created by the Beyonder, as the stage for the Secret Wars. There, Reese aligned himself with Doctor Doom and other villains, battling an alliance of heroes that included the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and Spider-Man. The Molecule Man's influence wasn't limited to interdimensional conflicts. His presence shook Earth itself. In one particularly memorable encounter, he encased Manhattan in a massive glass barrier, trapping its inhabitants inside and showcasing the terrifying scope of his abilities. Beyond Earth's confines, the Molecule Man confronted cosmic powerhouses like the Silver Surfer, and even faced the Beyonder himself. His actions played a pivotal role in shaping the fate of the Marvel multiverse. In his most defining moment, the Molecule Man was instrumental in defeating Doctor Doom during the climactic events of Secret Wars 2015. When Doom had seized godlike power, it was Reese who enabled the multiverse's restoration. In a final act of self-sacrifice, the Molecule Man transferred his consciousness into a single molecule, preserving his existence and ensuring that reality could be rebuilt from the ashes of Doom's warped creation. Owen Reese's journey is one of transformation, from insecure technician to a being powerful enough to stand at the heart of the Marvel multiverse. His story proves that even the most overlooked individuals can become pivotal players in shaping reality itself. Franklin Richards, the son of Reed and Sue Richards of the Fantastic Four, is one of the most powerful and complex characters in the Marvel Universe. Born in New York City, Franklin's extraordinary abilities manifested at a young age, a result of his parents' radiation-altered genes. From the moment his powers emerged, Franklin became a target for cosmic threats. One of his earliest encounters involved a nihilist, who sought to exploit Franklin's immense power for his own resurgence. As a child, Franklin's abilities were highly unstable and posed a significant danger to those around him. Out of concern for their son's safety, and that of the world, Reed Richards devoted himself to understanding and controlling Franklin's unpredictable abilities. Throughout his upbringing, Franklin was cared for by several guardians, including the mystical Agatha Harkness, who helped nurture his growing powers, and Herbie, a robotic caretaker designed to ensure his safety. Despite these efforts, Franklin's childhood was far from peaceful, as he frequently found himself drawn into dangerous conflicts involving notorious villains like Ultron, Onslaught, and Doctor Doom. Yet, even as a young boy, Franklin displayed remarkable courage and resilience in the face of such threats. Franklin developed close relationships with various superhero teams, including the Power Pack and the X-Men, forging bonds that would shape his future. Among his strongest connections was his friendship with Kitty Pryde, a relationship that would later prove to be meaningful in his life. Franklin's powers are nothing short of extraordinary. As a reality warper, he can manipulate matter and energy on a cosmic scale. His abilities extend to powerful psionic capabilities, including telepathy, telekinesis, and energy projection. However, his potential is often limited by his youthful inexperience and difficulty controlling the full extent of his powers. Over the years, several future incarnations of Franklin have revealed the true scope of his abilities. In one timeline, an adult Franklin Richards was shown to possess the power to destroy 2 Celestials, an incredible feat that implied not only his vast strength but also a form of immortality. In a significant moment, Franklin attempted to join the mutant nation of Krakoa, believing himself to be a mutant. However, Professor X revealed that Franklin's powers were not tied to the X gene, meaning he was not a true mutant. Though this revelation altered Franklin's identity in Marvel lore, his power and legacy remained undeniable. Later, Franklin's abilities were restored, but he chose to conceal them, limiting himself to accessing his powers only once a year to explore the multiverse for potential threats. This decision reflected his growing maturity, as Franklin learned to balance his cosmic potential with responsibility. Franklin Richards stands as one of Marvel's most powerful and complex characters, a being capable of reshaping reality itself, yet constantly wrestling with the limits of control, identity, and responsibility. His journey is a testament to the challenges of wielding immeasurable power while still striving to forge his own path. The Living Tribunal is a powerful cosmic entity tasked with maintaining balance and order throughout the Marvel multiverse. As the ultimate judge of realities, the Tribunal ensures that no single universe becomes too dominant or threatens the stability of the multiverse. The Tribunal's first recorded encounter occurred with Doctor Strange, who convinced the cosmic being to spare Earth from destruction. Doctor Strange argued that while humanity had the potential for evil, its capacity for good made the planet worth saving. This encounter emphasized the Tribunal's impartial nature, showing that its decisions were not solely based on power, but also on maintaining universal balance. The Living Tribunal's appearance is symbolic, characterized by its 3 faces, each representing a vital aspect of cosmic order. The hooded face represents equity, symbolizing fairness and balance. The partially shrouded face represents vengeance, reflecting judgment and consequence. The fully shrouded face stands for necessity, embodying essential cosmic order. There is also a mysterious void where a 4th face was once believed to exist, a space said to have been occupied by the cosmic entity known as the Stranger. This absence reflects the unknowable forces that transcend even the Tribunal's understanding. Throughout Marvel's history, the Living Tribunal has appeared during pivotal cosmic events. It intervened in major storylines alongside characters like Rom, the Silver Surfer, and Quasar to protect the multiverse from catastrophic threats. During the DC vs. Marvel crossover, the Tribunal worked with DC's Spectre to prevent the destruction of one of the 2 multiverses. Their combined efforts resulted in the creation of the Amalgam Multiverse, a temporary fusion of Marvel and DC's realities. The Tribunal's power is nearly limitless, rivaled only by the omnipotent One Above All. Its abilities include preventing the combined use of the Infinity Gems, rendering the powerful artifacts powerless when wielded together. The Tribunal also appoints agents known as the Magistrati, cosmic enforcers who dispense justice across alien worlds. Despite its vast power, the Living Tribunal is not invincible. During the events of Time Runs Out, the Tribunal faced the powerful race known as the Beyonders, who sought to annihilate the multiverse. In an unprecedented moment, the Beyonders succeeded in killing the Living Tribunal, an event that shocked even Marvel's most powerful entities. Following the Tribunal's death, an alternate version of Adam Warlock was chosen by the One Above All to take on the Tribunal's role, ensuring that cosmic balance was preserved in its absence. The Living Tribunal remains one of Marvel's most powerful and enigmatic entities. Its presence underscores the delicate balance that holds the multiverse together, reminding readers that even the most powerful forces are subject to judgment. The character of Hyperion has undergone various interpretations across Marvel Comics, showcasing his complexity and versatility as a superhero. Originally introduced as a member of the Squadron Sinister, Hyperion first appeared as a villain in a battle against the Avengers, orchestrated by the cosmic entity known as the Grand Master in the Earth 712 narrative. Hyperion, often referred to as Mark Milton, would later emerge as a founding member of the heroic Squadron Supreme. This iteration of Hyperion possesses the traits of an Eternal, boasting immense superhuman superhuman strength, speed, and durability. His powers extend to flight, enhanced sensory perception, and the ability to project intense heat beams from his eyes, also known as atomic vision. One of Hyperion's most significant battles took place against Brainchild, a powerful mutant with formidable psionic abilities. In this conflict, Hyperion and the Squadron Supreme joined forces with the Avengers to defeat Brainchild and prevent a global catastrophe. While the Squadron Supreme often strives to protect their reality and maintain balance, their methods can be extreme, leading to frequent clashes with other heroes. In the Supreme Power storyline, a distinct version of Hyperion is introduced. In this reimagining, Hyperion is sent to Earth as a child and raised in a controlled environment by government agents. As an adult, he serves as a covert operative before eventually rebelling against his handlers. Despite the different backstory, this version retains the core powers of an Eternal, including his immense strength, speed, and durability. In the Earth 606 reality, Hyperion is reimagined as a member of a new Squadron Supreme, formed from heroes who survived the destruction of their original worlds. This incarnation of the team adopts a far more aggressive approach to safeguarding Earth, often bringing them into conflict with the Avengers and other established heroes. Hyperion's unwavering commitment to justice drives his actions, though his methods are far more ruthless than traditional superheroes. One of Hyperion's most notable battles in this reality was against Namor, the King of Atlantis. Driven by a desire for retribution after Namor's role in the destruction of Dr. Spectrum's home reality, Hyperion's rage reached its peak. The conflict ended in shocking fashion when Hyperion, unleashing his atomic vision, severed Namor's head, killing him instantly, a moment that underscored the brutal extremes this version of Hyperion was willing to embrace. In another variation, Hyperion appears as a member of the Squadron Supreme of America, a team secretly created by the demonic entity Mephisto. This Hyperion adopts a secret identity as a history teacher, while still possessing the characteristic abilities of an Eternal. As part of this manipulated team, he takes part in various battles, including another intense confrontation with Namor and the Defenders of the Deep. Throughout these different versions, Hyperion's greatest vulnerability remains exposure to Argonite radiation, a substance that severely weakens his otherwise overwhelming powers. Despite this weakness, Hyperion's strength, energy projection, and resilience consistently place him among Marvel's most formidable superheroes, whether as a noble protector or a ruthless enforcer of his own vision of justice. The Sentry, also known as Bob Reynolds, is one of the most complex and enigmatic characters in the Marvel Universe. His powers, derived from a modified super soldier serum, place him among Marvel's most powerful beings with abilities that some consider to be potentially omnipotent. The Sentry possesses extraordinary strength, speed, durability, and agility. His strength has been shown to rival, and even surpass, some of Marvel's strongest characters. Notable feats include lifting an entire helicarrier, preventing a Celestial from crushing the Earth, and battling Thor to a stalemate. His incredible power has also allowed him to defeat major threats like Carnage, Terrax, and Ultron. However, for all his immense power, the Sentry's greatest vulnerability lies within his fragile mental state. Reynolds struggles with an alternate persona known as the Void, a terrifying manifestation of his darkest thoughts and emotions. The Void is not just a psychological condition. It's a separate, immensely powerful entity capable of overwhelming entire superhero teams like the Avengers and the Fantastic Four. The true nature of the Void remains shrouded in mystery, adding to the complexity of the Sentry's character. The Sentry's mental instability has made him unpredictable, often shifting between hero and villain depending on his control over the Void. This inner turmoil has led to several significant confrontations, both against Earth's mightiest heroes and cosmic-level threats. One of his most notable battles was against the cosmic entity Exitar, a powerful celestial executioner. With the aid of an empowered rogue, the Sentry was able to prevent Exitar from annihilating Earth, a testament to the staggering scope of his abilities. The Sentry's complex relationship with the Hulk is another highlight of his history. Their intense battle saw the Sentry push back against the Hulk's incredible strength, but the conflict ultimately ended in a stalemate, further showcasing his remarkable resilience. Despite these achievements, the Sentry has suffered significant defeats. In one particularly devastating encounter, the Void overpowered him, leaving the Sentry gravely injured and emphasizing the constant battle within Reynolds' own mind. Adding to the Sentry's unique nature is his connection to the timeline itself. His molecules exist ahead of the current timeline, enabling him to simultaneously exist in the past, present, and future. This makes him incredibly difficult to erase or contain. further blurring the lines between his reality and others. His powers have even been compared to those of the Molecule Man, hinting that his abilities may stem from a higher cosmic force, possibly even a divine source. The full extent of the Sentry's power and origins remains uncertain, leaving room for future stories to explore his untapped potential. As a result, the Sentry remains one of Marvel's most fascinating characters, a hero capable of unimaginable good, yet constantly teetering on the brink of destruction due to the darkness within him. The Scarlet Witch, also known as Wanda Maximoff, is one of the most powerful and complex characters in the Marvel Universe. Born into the Maximoff family, a Romani bloodline known for producing powerful magic users, Wanda's life has been shaped by both her extraordinary abilities and the tragedies that have defined her path. Wanda's early life was fraught with turmoil and loss. Her mother, Natalia Maximoff, a powerful sorceress in her own right, died in battle, leaving Wanda and her twin brother, Pietro, to be raised by the enigmatic High Evolutionary. The High Evolutionary experimented on the twins, enhancing their latent abilities. Initially believed to be mutants, Wanda and Pietro later discovered they were actually the children of Magneto, the powerful master of magnetism. Wanda's magical abilities continued to grow over time, blending her natural potential with powerful mystical energies. She became a skilled sorceress capable of tapping into various magical forces, most notably chaos magic. Her powers took a dramatic leap forward when she was possessed by the demonic entity Chthon, who imbued her with some of his own dark magical energy. This possession greatly enhanced Wanda's powers, making her one of the most dangerous magic wielders in Marvel lore. Wanda's personal life has been marked by heartbreak and conflict. She fell in love with the android Vision, and the two eventually married. Together, they had twin sons, Thomas and William, who were later revealed to be magical constructs created by Wanda's own reality-warping powers. Tragically, the children's souls were discovered to be fragments of the demon lord Mephisto, who later reabsorbed them, seemingly erasing the boys from existence. Over time, Wanda's powers continued to evolve. As a Nexus being, she became a unique anchor point for the multiverse, capable of shaping and altering reality itself. This rare status gave her incredible influence over the fabric of time and space, but it also made her a target for manipulation. Villains such as Immortus and Morgan Le Fay sought to exploit Wanda's vast abilities for their own purposes, pushing her toward instability and tragic mistakes. Wanda's most infamous moments came during the events of Avengers Disassembled and House of M, where her unstable mental state, manipulated by outside forces, led her to alter reality on a massive scale. In a moment of grief and confusion, Wanda uttered the now iconic words, "No more mutants," depowering nearly 90% of the world's mutant population and drastically reshaping the Marvel Universe. Despite her destructive actions, Wanda's story is one of redemption and self-discovery. Over time, her powers have been refined and redefined, reinforcing her ability to tap into magical energy sources while re-establishing her status as a Nexus being. The events of Avengers Disassembled and House of M have since been retconned, and Wanda's powers have been restored to their original formidable levels. Throughout her turbulent journey, Wanda has remained a character driven by her desire to protect those she loves and to better understand her ever-expanding abilities. Her story is one of constant evolution, shaped by her triumphs, tragedies, and the far-reaching consequences of her power. As one of Marvel's most complex and compelling figures, the Scarlet Witch continues to stand at the heart of some of the Marvel Universe's most pivotal events. Each of these characters reflects a different aspect of power, whether it's cosmic authority, inner strength, or emotional vulnerability. They're not just powerful, they're deeply human in their struggles, and that's what makes their stories unforgettable. Which character resonated with you the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this deep dive into Marvel's most powerful icons, be sure to like, subscribe, and ring that bell so you never miss our next breakdown. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time for more epic comic book content.